In Task 2, you need to write an essay of not less than 250 words in the time frame of 40 minutes. You should use a few minutes to plan your answer before you start writing. You need to look closely at the essay title to understand what you are expected to do. In this question, you are asked to list both advantages and disadvantages of children studying at schools and universities overseas. Once you understand what you have to do, you need to plan what you're going to write. In an essay like this, it's simply to make lists under two headings, advantages and disadvantages. Remember, you don't have long to do this, so don't spend more than a few minutes on this. If you can think of around 3 or 4 points for each, that should be enough. If you have time, you may want to organize your points into meaningful groups, but in this essay, these notes should be enough. Now that you've understood what the question asks you to do, and you've made some brief notes, you can begin the task of writing. An IELTS essay usually consists of 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph is the introduction. The introduction paraphrases the first part of the question. The second part of the question serves as basis for the thesis statement, the sentence which explains what the essay will cover. The 2 body paragraphs can be split into first, advantages, and second, disadvantages of studying overseas. The final paragraph is the conclusion, which summarizes the main points and where you should state your own opinion on the topic. Now it's time to write the essay. Remember that you have just 40 minutes for this. Let's start with the introductory paragraph. The first thing to do is to paraphrase the question. You can paraphrase the question by using synonyms or by changing the part of speech. Last few decades can be replaced by something as vague as recently, or you can be more specific and mention the time frame. For example, in the last 30 or 40 years. We can change the part of speech in the next phrase. There has been an increase in. Note though that you'll need to modify the grammar after this. Overseas can be directly replaced by abroad, or the phrase in a foreign country. Secondary and tertiary can be replaced by high school and further education. Finally, advantages and disadvantages is the same as pros and cons, or arguments for and against. The thesis statement takes the second half of the question and explains what the essay will do. In this case, something like, this essay will examine the arguments for and against sending young people to foreign countries to study. I will also state my views on this issue. The introductory paragraph shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes to write and should be around 50 to 60 words in length. Next come the body paragraphs. Body paragraph 1 focuses on the advantages. Don't forget to use topic sentences to give your paragraphs greater cohesion. The use of linking words helps to guide the reader through the paragraph and will increase your chances of getting a high band score. Body paragraph 2 looks at the disadvantages. The topic sentence here includes the linking word however, to show that what comes now will be in contrast to what came in the previous paragraph. Each body paragraph should contain approximately 80 words. And so finally we come to the conclusion. Notice the use of the phrase in conclusion to signal the fact that this is the summary for the essay. The conclusion shouldn't simply repeat the points made in earlier paragraphs, but should summarize the main points briefly. The concluding paragraph is also the place where you should state your own opinion if you haven't already done so. This final paragraph should be around 50 to 60 words in length, about the same as the introduction. The essay is now complete, although the task is not yet finished. Now it's time to check the essay for grammar, spelling, and punctuation mistakes. You should leave a couple of minutes for this.